So, do you feel like the market is saturated yet, or is there room for other people to enter the Nordic walking space?
Oh, I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we cover Atlantic Canada, but it's a big area, and because it's such a personal thing, it's not possible for us to get everywhere
No.
and travel everywhere, even when there is no pandemic. Like we were still having trouble getting to all the places where people wanted us to get to. So yeah, there's lots of room in all kinds of places for people.
And there's room across the country and across North America too, for sure. Nordic walking is catching on in other parts of Canada, but not everywhere. There's still large chunks that are unserviced, and in the states, there's a few areas, California, Florida, a little bit upper New York State, a fair amount of Nordic walking going on, but a lot of the country has not discovered it yet. One of the things that's easy about getting people interested in Nordic walking is when they try it, when they see it, and when they understand the very basic business of when you walk with Nordic poles, you're using those upper body muscles. And so you're getting twice the benefits because all the good stuff happens in the big muscles. Once they get that idea, then they understand and they pick it up right away. So I'm sure it's going to continue to grow. One of the interesting things is often when we do classes, we have a couple will come, and obviously the guy is there because he drove his wife and she wanted to come. So he's sitting there and he's kind of sitting there with his arms crossed and he's just not going to be interested at all. And as they hear our very simple introduction about what it's all about, then all of a sudden he's kind of relaxing like this and then looking and taking it in. And by the end of the class, and I'm not exaggerating,
Yeah.
invariably, the two of them will come up and she'll say, "Oh, I'm thinking might get a set of poles," and he's saying, "Oh yeah, you should, and I'll get some too." And he's totally turned around, and
Yep.
she's being the one that's a little bit
Yep.
hesitant. And it's because they understand, and it's so simple. As we say, we're doing the class. It's hard to understand why it's taken 30 years for this to get to North America and begin to grow. It's huge in Europe. 20% of the population in Northern European and Scandinavian countries walk regularly with Nordic style poles. In fact, we've been over there. If you're walking on a trail and you don't have Nordic poles, somebody will stop you and say, "Who stole your poles?" Because that's the way people walk. It's not the same here yet in North America, but it'll change. People will understand what a great opportunity at all. Because as I said in the beginning, 70% of the people and more in surveys say that walking is their favorite form of exercise. So Nordic walking is just a better way to walk.
So, what will one do if they wanted to start a Nordic walking fitness company in their city? Do y'all offer any franchising or?
Yeah, we could arrange that. We would work with them and work with Greg, who has Nordics Canada, and get them set up and get them going. And it's not an expensive investment for people who want to get into it. In fact, the investment that a person makes is covered by the retail income from the polls that they originally get. So there's no upfront or annual fees. Once you're involved in doing it and you're properly trained to do it, then then you buy the poles at wholesale and sell them at retail, and that's where your points are in it. So yes, we'd be happy to talk to anyone who's interested
Okay.
in pursuing it further.